Hello and welcome to coverage of the 2025 Syracuse Open sponsored by the Pies Guys. We've got final round FPO lead card from Van Buren Central Park in Baldwinsville, New York. I'm Stephen Bailey, the tournament director, joined by Corinne Falcone.
Hello, Stephen. We've got an absolutely gorgeous day here at Van Buren. Sun shining, nice temperatures. On our lead card today, we have Leah Tsinajinnie, and she's sponsored by OTB. We also have Ohn Scoggins, sponsored by Innova. We have Kelley Foster, who is on Team Discraft, and Lauren Butler with Dream Disc Golf.
Very, very exciting final round here. Leah shot a 6-down bogey-free second round, rated 999 preliminarily, the hottest round of her career. And she's got reigning FPO world champion Ohn Scoggins teeing off second on Sunday, which is pretty exciting. We'll dive in with hole 1 here, 465-foot par 3. Big downhill shot to start the day. Usually have a head left to right here, but it was actually pretty calm on Sunday morning. I believe this card is teeing off around 11 a.m. Eastern time. And that is a really nice start from Leah. It's a very tough get for most of the FPO field, so just getting down there to flat ground and giving yourself a manageable approach is pretty much best case to start the day.
And there's Ohn throwing her famous destroyer. She throws her destroyer a lot, so we'll see that disc in use many times over this weekend.
Absolutely. We got Kelley Foster here. Her first year of touring, and she absolutely rips. Smooth, letting the disc do the work. And gonna come up. Oh, she just clears the hill.
Yeah,
that's a heck of a pull.
Yeah, that hill is really tough to clear.
Yeah, you're probably pushing 330, maybe a little more to clear the hill, depending on kind of conditions. And Lauren letting one rip. Some nice turn. And she comes up just kind of on the front side of the berm, and she'll be looking at the basket.
Yeah, that's a great spot to be in.
Yeah, all good drives. Like I said, a 2 here for FPO is really a bonus.
Ohn with a long look.
Yep. And yeah, here's Lauren. Yeah, always tough when you got a floor and a ceiling to really give something a good run. Yeah, this is a heck of a drive from Kelley. And just right side, maybe a little low, but.
And this is one of the few holes where there are no birdies in the entire field.
For FPO, yeah, we had I think just over 20 FPO players. I think 20 on the nose by the end of the tournament. Which was awesome. One of the biggest FPO fields I can remember seeing in New York.
Yeah, it's great that we have all these touring pros come to visit Syracuse. It's a great tournament to come visit.
Yeah, and they're playing for a throw pink spot as well. So something that could be of interest coming down the line here.
Yeah, so we got all 4 pars on that hole, and now we're looking at hole 2. Hole 2 is a par 4, 574 feet. It's a couple of really good rips and possibly a long throw in. We got Leah here doing a forehand, which is a good idea on this hole, is throwing a forehand.
Definitely. You got the OB line right as well, so that's obviously going to be fading back into the safe area. I think for most right-hand backhands, you're going to see a stable shot here like Ohn. Mm-hmm. And if you throw it well, you'll probably have a chance to throw a right-hand forehand, or for Leah, maybe she'll have a backhand in.
Yeah, those are all good shots so far.
Yeah.
The one place you don't want to be, though, is too far into the left-hand rough, because that rough is rough. It's mostly pricker bushes in there, so it's good to steer clear of that while keeping in mind the OB on the right.
Definitely. So here we got Leah. We're playing with that blue basket farther back. And looks like she gets caught up a little bit. Ohn kind of in the targeted landing zone. And you can see, as I said, it really lets you rip a forehand, which she actually overjuiced a little bit. And we'll see if she has a putt coming out of the woods there.
We got Lauren with a big hyzer over the bushes there. And she lands in a pretty decent spot.
Yeah, good to get a putt. You know, Van Buren gets pretty windy, and you usually have a headwind on this hole when it is up, so that really brings the OB right in. Not really as troubling today. So we got Leah pitching up there. That looks like a really nice shot.
Kelley from the knee.
I think this is Lauren.
Or Lauren, I'm sorry. Lauren from a knee. And that was a heck of a putt.
Yeah, really nice putt. Yeah, Lauren's super, super positive. I watched a couple of her rounds on Saturday, and super engaging with the fans. Leah as well, and Ohn, of course. Just a super fun card. I think we had a bigger gallery for FPO lead card than MPO. And,
well, when you got such superstars on the card, who wouldn't want to come out and watch them?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Of course, Ohn, our reigning FPO world champion, bringing back a title from Tampere, and I believe 5 for 5 in the FP40 world titles.
Yes.
So
We got 3 birdies and a par on that one.
Yep, strong start here. We got hole 3, downhill 320 feet. We moved this blue pin back and cleared out this gap. I think right-hand, forehand plays pretty well. Or kind of right-hand, backhand putter shot. Kind of a slow drifting left to right shot. Or you can kind of do what Ohn's doing here and try and cut that corner left side, push the edge of the gap. And I think she'll have a putt from there. We got Kelley not quite fully committed to that one, and it is severely downhill. The camera might not do it full justice. So to throw it downhill and get that gradual turn without burning it over is tough, although Lauren's pretty much drilling it for us.
I was going to say, Lauren is showing us how it's done. Okay, and a forehand here from Leah. Oh, no, it's a backhand.
Yep,
okay.
A little lefty backhand, just a little pulled, and that kicks forward. That's a thick area.
Yeah, it can be hard to get out of there.
Good effort. Looks maybe just a little bit left still.
Yeah. There's some thick rough around this hole. So if you don't make it into the fairway, sometimes it can be a challenge to make forward progress.
Absolutely. Shout out to Ron Marabito down there spotting. Definitely a good place to be. I think this is for bogey. And just stays left.
Yeah. And that was a beautiful, beautiful way to play this hole.
Yeah. Absolutely. Nice recovery there from Kelley. And guessing this is Ohn.
Ohn cans it.
She does. That's a nice 2.
Yeah, unless you've been in that rough, you don't realize how difficult that putt was.
Yeah, it's pretty thick, especially at the top of the gap. It's very, very thick where Leah was. So Leah cleaned up a 5.
Mm-hmm.
And Lauren waited long enough for this park job. That is a nice shot.
That was absolutely beautiful.
This coverage is brought to you by the Pies Guys, title sponsor of the Syracuse Open for its first 4 years. Reese and the Pies Guys team have been integral to the growth of the event since day one, providing lunch for all players and contributing to one of the largest pro purses in the Northeast. Stop in and chow down on their selection of brick oven pizza, fish fry, subs, and more. Or carry out your next meal. With 5 locations in central New York, including 4 in Syracuse, you're never far from a hot slice.
So now we're moving on to hole 4. It's a 431-foot par 4, and it's arguably one of the most beautiful holes on the course with the meandering stream on the right-hand side. There is some rough on the left, so you want to just keep it in the middle. And Ohn has done a great job of keeping it safe.
Yeah, absolutely. You find a lot of right-hand, backhand shots end up left, but you'll still have a chance to maybe try and throw a forehand up there, or you can play it safe and kind of play it for 4.
Yeah, and Lauren did leak out to the left a little bit, but I think she should still have a pretty good second shot.
Kelley really gets a lot of power on her shots for how controlled of a motion she has.
Yeah. Leah here, keep having that out of bounds in play, but stays safe.
She just makes it back.
That was great ground play. And then Ohn with a nice birdie look.
Yep. Man, that is smooth.
Yeah, that was a.
Oh,
that was a very disappointing out of bounds.
Long. Yeah. There is OB, no more than 15 feet behind the basket, and that's probably out of bounds right as well.
Yeah.
That creek goes up around the right side of the basket. And it looks like Lauren.
And Lauren is
rough there.
Yeah, but she's not too deep, so she's got to look at it.
Nope, and that's what. Sometimes it's okay when your decision gets made for you, right?
Yeah, and that's actually a pretty scary putt because about maybe 8 feet past the basket is the out of bounds stream.
Don't tell Ohn that.
I know. Ohn doesn't care about the out of bounds behind the basket. She doesn't even see it there.
Not at all. That's a great putt, and that's 3 birdies in a row for Ohn. World champ doing world champ things. Yeah,
that was a little disappointing for Kelley because she had such good good throws there, but not all putts go in.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one after a second shot that was almost perfect.
Oh, it was.
Really. Yeah, definitely a speed control type green here.
And that is a nervy putt. Like I said, look at how close to out of bounds the basket is. So a lot of people tend to short that putt.
Yeah, a little bit of a high basket too. Mm-hmm. So moving on to hole 5, we've got a 488-foot par 4. For most players, first shot is just about putting it down in the mouth of the gap here. And then we're playing across the bridge to the right, that yellow basket on the right. You can throw a more aggressive shot, but especially for that yellow pin, whereas MPO is playing the blue pin to the left, placement shot should give you a chance to get up and down. And I see Ohn push into the gap there. Leah's, I think this is going to swing.
Yeah, it's a little bit long, and that's a tough spot to get out of. With a forehand, and she's got such a good forehand.
Lefty backhand maybe from there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, but she's used to having to do that.
Yeah. So,
man,
Kelley is landing in the perfect spot.
That's such a good shot.
Oh, it was.
So we got Lauren, looks like maybe trying to throw the big Annie.
Yeah. And as long as that comes back, it'll be good.
Yeah, it looks like she should have a putt from there. Right side of the basket.
Yeah.
You can see Ohn cut the corner a little bit, and
she just had to kind of pitch out of there and get herself in a good spot for the next shot.
Yeah, and that's a makeable putt from where she is, pretty long. And we have Leah getting a little greasy going over the stump there, but I believe that cleared the OB creek and she's in bounds.
Yeah. That's the same creek that winds around the previous hole.
Yep. Ohn laying up for a par.
Leah also up for the par. This sort of shows you how uphill it is. So It's a little bit of a nervy putt because if you hit the front of the basket, you're rolling all the way down, and you can even roll out of bounds into the creek. So it is one of those holes where you have to say, do I have a good shot at it or not?
Yeah.
And, make the smart decision.
It's pretty reachable if you throw a couple of good shots, but if you leave yourself short, you got a bit of a tester. And you see Kelley just coming up a little short there, but it stays close. And I think we're going to have a par frame.
Yeah, that was a nice par save from Leah where she was, because
Definitely.
sometimes if you throw long on your first shot, it can be hairy getting out of there.
Yeah, shout out to Alicia Hums and Sandy Hendel for the birdies on that hole.
Okay, and now we've got hole 6. It's a 507-foot par 4. It's pretty wide open as long as you don't end up behind one of those shrubs, because those the shrubs, although they have been trimmed and they're better than years past, they can be a challenge.
Yeah, you got a pretty good landing zone from like 250 feet out to maybe 320 or so before you bring in some more bushes. Leah pulling it a little bit, and got an OB line to the right and some natural OB to the left. So it's really a position play off the tee.
Yeah. And it does favor the people who have a big arm, though, because it makes the hole much shorter if you can get the first shot down there.
Yeah, a little bit. I would agree. Kelley pretty smooth. Going to be off to the left side again.
Yeah. The left side, as long as you're not in the rough, though, isn't too bad, because if you can get over the shrubs and stuff, you get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, Leah a little overturned again there, but in the open.
Yeah, and that looks like a really good throw from Ohn. She got past most of the shrubs.
Yeah, hit that last
Caught
guardian
that last
tree.
one, but
We've all putted from underneath that tree a couple times. Huh?
oh yes, we have, and that was a heck of a rip. And she's got a look for birdie.
Yeah, as long as you can kind of get that hyzer swing from the left side, it's not too bad. Whereas you see Kelley kind of has to go to that lean out forehand, and it's just a little tougher to generate the height.
Yeah.
Got a little tomahawk. She'll have a long look. This is where Leah ended up, behind that tree that Ohn hit.
Yeah. Oh, just off to the right a little bit.
Just a light push. Kelley's been close. A lot of good looks that have been close.
Oh, there must be a force field around the basket there. And Lauren with a nice birdie.
Yeah, nice to see her make that putt. I would say we probably had 30 or 40 people following him around at this point. As the course kind of winds back toward Tournament Central.
Yeah. And hole 6 actually only had 2 birdies. Shout out to Lauren and Alicia Hinkson. Those were the 2 birdies on hole 6.
And we got just a couple more tap outs here. Yeah, another hole where when the wind is up, the OB comes into play a little more, but yeah, not seeing too many big numbers out there today. Just a couple of 5s here.
Yeah.
This coverage is brought to you by Myers Creek Brewing Company, a major sponsor of the Syracuse Open and steadfast supporter of the local disc golf community. Featuring 2 central New York locations, Myers Creek has been voted the best brewery in Advanced Media's 2023 Reader's Choice Awards. Come out to the Farm Brewery in Cazenovia, which includes a 9-hole disc golf course and hosts a Thursday night putt club each winter. Or stop in at the Inner Harbor Tap Room and grab yourself a pint of Bangin' Chains Session IPA. Myers Creek, proudly brewing what's next for craft beer in the heart of New York State.
All right, moving on to hole 7, 311-foot par 3. You kind of got to hit this gap and then finish right a little bit. Right hand, forehand plays well if you got the power. You can also see kind of a late turning shot work out pretty well here. You just might need a little bit of height on it. And that is what Lauren's going for. And yeah, it just comes up a little bit short, but that should be pretty clean look at the basket.
Yeah, we got the forehand from Ohn, and she's a little bit short, but she also will have a nice direct look at the basket.
Yeah, this is fairly bonusy for FPO, I would say.
Yeah. And Leah landing a little bit long, but she can lean out of there and possibly get the birdie.
Yep. Kelley certainly has all the power to get there. Just
yeah.
A little overturned.
Yeah. That is a heck of a long look, but she gave it a bid.
Yeah, really strong start from Ohn here. And getting crafty, Leah on the green.
Yeah. That's nice layup there.
And that's where Lauren ended up. What a good par save there.
I know it was.
Yeah, it's big round for Leah, and she played amazing on her 2 rounds Saturday. So good to see her settle in a little bit there.
Yeah. Looks like we're gonna have maybe, if I don't jinx it, a par frame.
I think we are. There's one birdie in FPO. Megan Mercier. That is a really nice 2.
Oh, that is a great 2. Okay, so now we have hole 8, which is either a sweeping anhyzer, right-hand backhand, or a good forehand. Hopefully this will be a good hole for Leah because a lefty has the advantage on this one.
Yeah, not bad.
And Lauren threw what looked like a great shot.
Yeah, definitely some nice turnovers here.
Another good, well, it's hit a tree, but it's still going to be in good shape.
Mm-hmm. Would have loved to see Ohn try the stall forehand to the back of the gap. I think if you got the power, that's maybe the best way to play it.
Yeah, one of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to cut that corner a little too tight, and so that tree gets a lot of hits.
Yeah, as you can see, the middle gap is pretty protected.
Yeah, you can get down there, but it'll take a little bit of luck and a lot of skill.
Yeah. Sometimes vice versa, but usually need a little bit of luck.
Yeah.
And it looks like Kelley will get up there for a bogey putt.
Lauren with a nice upshot there.
Yeah, 2 good shots there.
Mm-hmm. And Ohn's got a look. Just a little right.
Had all the commitment.
Yes, it did.
It's a nice putt.
Yeah.
Just a little right from Leah.
Lauren making the par with 3 great shots.
Yeah, that's how you do it. There were no birdies in FPO in this one.
Yeah, that's a tough hole to birdie.
It is. Yeah, I always joke. Every year we have a bunch of trees fall in these woods, and none of them are on hole 8's fairway. But eventually, that one will open up.
Well, if you hit a tree enough times, you might get your wish.
Yeah, we're gonna need some help there. Moving on to hole 9, 274-foot par 3. Pretty much tunnel shot. You maybe want a little bit of left to right movement for your right-hand backhand throwers. But Yeah, definitely a more gettable woods hole here, and a pure line.
That looks great.
Yeah, pure indeed.
With Ohn, you never know whether she's going to take the forehand or the backhand, and this time she shoots a very nice backhand.
Yeah, you do have a little lane over there if you kind of get that hyzer flip to turn. So it's a pretty repeatable shot, I think. And Leah going forehand, kind of trying to follow a little bit of the same trail.
Oh, that was a beautiful throw.
Yeah, a little bit of ground action. That should be a putt, maybe just inside a C1.
There's another nice shot, a little off to the right, but she should have maybe a look here.
Yeah. Maybe a shallow circle 2. A little step putt, just a little right.
And Ohn's a little right as well there.
Just something for all you out there to remember. Even world champions miss, and I was so impressed watching Ohn. Anyone who knows Ohn knows there's not going to be a negative reaction, but you just watched a world champion airball a circle 1 putt, and she's taking it in stride, right?
Yeah, happens to the absolute best of us here.
Just a little short for Leah.
Okay, she made her par putt, so on to the next one.
Yep. Well, once again, Lauren waiting to finish up after a great drive.
Oh, yeah.
Taking her time with it and knocks it down.
That was an amazing birdie. It is so difficult to get that close to the basket. It's that was very impressive.
Yeah, great shot. Lauren's having a really nice round. And yeah, that will do it for the front 9. We got the back 9 coming up. Why don't you guys make sure to like and subscribe and drop down in the comments and give us your favorite thing to forage when you're on the course, because as we'll chat about in the back half, our reigning world champion Ohn Scoggins took some mushrooms out of the Van Buren woods, and I'm dying to know what I should be looking out for, and I'm sure you are too, right, Corinne?
Oh, of course. Of course, yeah. Well, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the back 9 coming up.